हाय एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल माइंड द गैप। आई एम जयति और आज की वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स के बारे में जो कनाडा आते हैं पढ़ाई करने के लिए। अभी रिसेंटली क्यूबेक में एक केस हुआ है जहाँ पे 3 प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस दे अप्लाइड फॉर बैंक्रप्सी आफ्टर दे हैड टेकन फीस फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट्स एंड जो भी स्टूडेंट्स थे उन 3 कॉलेजेस में उसमें से 95% ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स वर इंडियंस and these students now they are finding it hard to get their fees back. They are now protesting in Quebec. बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो अपने पेरेंट्स की सेविंग्स से कनाडा आते हैं पढ़ाई करने के लिए। बहुत सारे बच्चे फीस जो पे करने के लिए लोन्स लेके आते हैं एंड आई कांट इवन इमेजिन द प्रेशर्स दैट दीज students might be going through right now, because the past 2 years there have been so many studies that show that international students who come to Canada to study, they go through so many mental health challenges because they come here, they feel isolated, इतना social support नहीं होता already when you move countries, और आप अकेले घर में बैठ के एक रूम में बैठ के पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, you can't go out, the suicide rates increase हो गए हैं international students में, and it's a cause of concern. So I thought of making this video for students who've come here recently or for students who are going to travel to study in Canada, and we're going to talk about number one, awareness of some challenges that students might go through, and second, what can we do about them to ensure that you feel a sense of belongingness, you feel more grounded, more anchored when you come to Canada, and you're able to settle in a better way. So let's get started. A lot of international students in the therapy room tell me that they feel a sense of void, they feel a sense of emptiness when they reach Canada. और उसके reasons बहुत सारे हो सकते हैं, but one of the reasons is that जब हम prepare कर रहे होते हैं internationally travel करने के लिए to study, बहुत ज़्यादा anticipation होती है। इतने दिन रह गए, अब इतने दिन रह गए, you, your family, everybody is waiting. पैकिंग चल रही है, ये लाना है, वो लाना है, अब तो कोविड वैक्सीनेशंस के बारे में भी सोचना है, टेस्ट कराना है. देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स टू डू बिकॉज इट्स सच अ बिग लाइफ चेंज, राइट? यू मूविंग कंट्रीज, तो इतना कुछ होता है सोचने वाला. बट व्हेन वी मूव हियर एक सडनली वॉइड फील होता है बिकॉज नाउ व्हाट, at the end of the day अगर वापस घर आ रहे हैं, so there is some semblance of support, there's some semblance of stability that we feel कि कोई present है. At the end of the day, when I need them, I can access them. And a lot of times आप इतनी तेजी से changes experiences feel कर रहे होते हो when you move countries that you suddenly feel distance with the same people who you were so close to back at home, who you relied upon. See, we have to agree that we come from a relatively protected culture जहाँ पे हम इतने independent नहीं होते हैं when we are living with our families. अगर हम अपनी family के साथ रह रहे हैं तो maximum हम अपनी पढ़ाई का ध्यान रखते हैं या job का ध्यान रखते हैं या अपने schedule का ध्यान रखते हैं. But when we move countries, we have to take care of finances. A lot of students come here with loans that they have to pay off later. So loans होते हैं, you have to take care of the household, खाना बनाना है, laundry करनी है, अपना schedule भी देखना है, पढ़ाई भी देखनी है. A lot of students do part-time jobs, वो भी manage करना है. There is so much to do that we have never done before. तो एकदम से हमें इतना change experience होता है, इतना वो hit करता है that we don't know who to go to. So what can we do to feel more empowered, more grounded, more anchored as international students in Canada? Number one, it's so important to do your own research of the college, the university, the city that you're thinking of going to. हर university या college की a reliable college or university has its own website. उनका alumni page होता है, Facebook पे pages होते हैं for international students. There are so many YouTube videos now that talk about good colleges and universities. आप इतना invest करते हो अपने resources, money, time, effort, you're moving countries, make sure that you're giving your resources into something that is reliable, that you can trust upon. Second is networking. It's so important to network. It's so important to build that social support when you move countries. हम इंडिया में रह के नेटवर्किंग को टेकन फॉर ग्रांटेड लेते हैं, एंड अंडरस्टैंडेबली सो, बिकॉज हम इतने साल एक कंट्री में रहते हैं, वी डोंट इवन रियलाइज दैट वी ऑलरेडी हैव अ नेटवर्क. वी हैव अ फ्रेंड्स, वी हैव अ फैमिलीज. तो हमें लगता है कहीं ना कुछ काम निकल ही आता है. बट व्हेन यू मूव कंट्रीज, यू अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स यू डोंट नो एनीबॉडी. तो अपना नेटवर्क फिर से बिल्ड करना पड़ता है, विच वी डोंट रियलाइज वी हैव बीन डूइंग इन इंडिया फॉर सो लॉन्ग ऑलरेडी, बिकॉज वी वर born there, we lived there for so long. I think another thing that is a cultural difference in South Asian countries, particularly India and Canada, is the authority culture. तो इंडिया में अभी भी एक डिस्टेंस होता है बिटवीन द स्टूडेंट्स एंड द प्रोफेसर्स. फॉर एग्जांपल, हमें बहुत एक्सेसिबिलिटी नहीं लगती, हम प्रोफेसर्स के पास जाके बात नहीं कर सकते, ईमेल करते हैं, कई बार रिस्पॉन्स नहीं आता. बट इन कैनेडा इट्स डिफरेंट. Mentorship is a huge thing here. You can go and interact with the professors, you can write to them, find people who can help you, आपके seniors या alumni. Talk to people, write on Facebook. The third thing that a lot of students go through is homesickness. मैंने अपनी पुरानी वीडियोस में भी इसके बारे में बात करी है, that हमारा आसपास का environment भी change हो जाता है. So along with, you know, familiarity to people, for example, familiarity to places is also not there. तो इतना फंडामेंटल लेवल पे हमारा एक चेंज आता है हमारी लाइफ में, दैट वी एंड अप फीलिंग वेरी होमसिक. उसकी वजह से मेंटल हेल्थ कंसर्न्स आने लग जाते हैं. I think one of the things that we can do is continuing to do things that give us continuity. So things that gave us a sense of stability, things that we were used to doing when we were back home. That could be, for example, talking to a friend or talking to your family. I know it's very hard to do it because एक तो time difference होता है between, say, India and Canada. They're two different continents. वहाँ सुबह तो यहाँ रात, यहाँ सुबह वहाँ रात. Another thing is to do some activities that you were doing back at your home as well. So it could be, say, reading a book or going out for a run, going to the gym, or watching a movie that reminds you of a time when you felt safe, secure, listening to songs that remind you of a happier, safer, more, comforting time. जब हम ये करते हैं तो हमें एक सेंस ऑफ बिलोंगिंगनेस, एक सेंस ऑफ कंटिन्यूटी फील होती है अपनी लाइफ में कि सब कुछ नहीं चेंज हो गया है. देयर आर सम थिंग्स दैट आई कैन एक्सेस and I can feel comforted by. A lot of students end up making friends from their own community to feel a sense of belongingness, and that is very important. You need to have a space where you can go back to that feels like home. But at the end of the day, we also have to accustom ourselves to the culture that we have come into. So whenever you feel ready, make sure that you also immerse yourself a little bit into the Canadian culture. So talk to people who are a little outside of your comfort zone. How did they grow up? What did they do? What's their history like? What are the sports that they watch? जब हम अपनी home country में होते हैं, we grow up with the history of our culture, knowing about the little things, little, beliefs, customs, ways of interacting with other people. और यहाँ पे जब हम move करते हैं तो हमें वो इतना alien लगता है, and we end up just limiting ourselves to our comfort zone. So whenever you feel ready, make sure that you also immerse yourself into the culture outside of your comfort zone so that you are able to make this new country your home. The fourth thing is building a safe space in your college or university where you're studying. जो भी एक अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटी या कॉलेज है कनाडा में, all of them have a mandatory mental health services that they provide to international students. तो अगर आप अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी की कॉलेज की वेबसाइट पे जाओगे and you type in mental health services, you'll find a number, you'll find a space where you can interact with either peers or you can interact with a mental health professional who can guide you with anything that you're going through. Those spaces are there for you, they're there to help you, and they're free of cost. The fifth thing is a mental health nugget that I want to leave you with. हमारी सोसाइटी में, हमारे कल्चर में हमें अपने आप से बात करना नहीं सिखाया जाता. हमारे कल्चर में अभी भी बाउंड्रीज ब्लर्ड हैं. हमारे कल्चर में अभी भी me time का concept develop हो रहा है. A sense of space that is just ours, where we are able to talk to ourselves, we are able to sit with ourselves. तो जब हम countries move करते हैं, हमारे पास इतना time होता है, हमारे पास इतनी space होती है that we don't know what to do with it sometimes. So it's very important to communicate with your own self and build that capacity. So in my experience, a lot of international students find it very helpful to write. So journal writing karna. Even if it is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, write about your day, write about how you felt about your day. A lot of people find it hard to write, so they record themselves. अगर आपको लगता है कि आपको नहीं समझ में आ रहा क्या लिखना है या क्या बोलना है, start writing with a cue. So start every sentence with I feel. I feel that today's day was not good. I feel that today's day was difficult because I was feeling homesick. I feel like ... It's very important to make your problem, your challenge, your issue tangible by giving it language. जब हम उसको language दे देते हैं, it becomes something that is achievable, something that we can do about, something that is limited. जब तक उसको language नहीं दी तो वो बहुत बड़ी लगती है चीज़. Just imagine it's a problem that I can't even give a name to, that I can't even give language to, and it becomes harder to deal with it. Another thing that is more logistical, but we don't realize how it affects our mental health, is managing finances. As students, because we've not managed finances to this extent ever, there's a lot of pressure to do it. I'm leaving an Excel sheet in the description below, and you can treat it as a template that you can use to just know where your money is going, so that does not become a source of a lot of stress or a lot of instability for you. बहुत सारे YouTube channels हैं आज that talk about how you can invest in Canada as a student. So make sure whenever you feel ready, you just give it a go. You at least start researching on how you can invest the money that you're saving, invest the money that you already have, so that when you start your life as a professional, you already have a grounding, you already have something to begin with in your Canadian journey. That's all I have for you today. Please like, share, subscribe. Please let me know what you thought of the video below. Please let me know if you want me to talk about any other topic, any other issue that you're going through. If you don't want to write it in the comments below, you can also write to me on email. I have the email ID in the description below. I'll see you next week. Till then, take care and bye bye.